a precious drop of pure sunshine. Grew into a lady like flowers in bloom, with eyes as bright as a harvest moon. And oh, she turns me on. I saw her dancing in the southern rain. With just one kiss, she blew me away. She's honey sweet, raining down over me. The way she shines freaks me out to know she's mine. Oh, baby, doll, on a mystic mountain where dreams are made, gonna lay her down in a wildwood shade. Sing a little song about a heart that's true. Make a little love like lovers do. And oh, she turns me on. We'll go dancing in the southern rain. With just one kiss, we'll drift away. She's honey sweet, raining down over me. The way she shines freaks me out to know she's mine. Ooh, she's a baby doll, laying there without a care at all. Ooh, she's a wild thing, loving all over me. Play that guitar. Oh, that's right. She's honey sweet, raining down over me. The way she shines freaks me out to know she's mine. Honey sweet, raining down over me. The way she shines freaks me out to know she's mine. Baby doll. You know what I'm talking about. Baby doll. Oh, that's my baby doll.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly.
On Indie Country Radio.
When he calls you, you don't have to answer right away. Make him wait. And when he small talks, before he asks you on a date, make him wait. When his Pontiac's in the driveway and his eyes are midnight blue, take a deep breath, do the opposite of what you wanna do. Make him wait by the phone at the door to meet your dad. Before that first kiss, he's gotta hold your hand. You can't get it back when you give yourself away. Yeah, boy's gonna run, but a real man's gonna stay. Girl, make him wait. make him wait. And when he says that it'd be easier if you just stayed the night, make him wait. You're gonna wanna, and you're thinking you just might, but make him wait. Ooh, make him wait by the phone at the door to meet your dad. Before that first kiss, he's gotta hold your hand. You can't get it back when you give yourself away. Yeah, a boy's gonna run, but a real man's gonna stay. Girl, make him wait. Ooh, make him wait. They told me love is worth the wait and go, like that ring on your hand. So when you find the one that's staying kind, then he won't mind if you make him wait in his tux. Jello sings it down the aisle. Walk slow, take your time, while your daddy cries and your mama smiles. When they're throwing rice into the air and those tin cans roll away, and you look into his eyes and realize it was worth the while to make him wait. Make him wait.
Her name is Abby Anderson, and that is a great tune called Make Him Wait. You can check out the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Welcome to KICR, Indie Country Radio. Yes, we are radio and television, and you can check out our website, IndieCountryTelevision.net. But welcome to today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show tonight. It is a Thursday night. We are live in Branson, Missouri, from the live entertainment capital of the world. We are also syndicated on a great powerhouse station out of Denver, Colorado, KUHS Denver, and you can find them at KUHSdenver.com as well. Big shout out to Henry Archuleta and all the gang over there for letting us play our country music that these artists make. They are the best in new country music. You will find out in the next 3 hours by listening to that. And we are going to do a couple of great interviews at 7:30 p.m. Central tonight. I have Miss Molly Lovett scheduled. She is from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm from Branson. This is going to work out great. We have that in common, that's for sure. And then at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, Mr. Cliff Waddell will join me on the program. Two great interviews, and you're going to love the stories behind the songs. But until then, let's get back to the songs. This great band is also from St. Louis, Missouri, and I haven't played them in a long time. They are Smoky Lonesome. This is called Why Can't You Be Mine on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Very moment that you told me your name. But some hearts are like wild horses, they'll never be tame. I tried to put your kiss behind me, found a place out on the coast where the warm wind and the water would help me lose your ghost. I woke up alone again this morning, listening to the waves against the sand, and just like a storm without a warning, you came crashing in. Darling, if a dam can hold a river, the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this old world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? restless spirit and finally take your hand. But I just can't get you out of my dreams, baby. The way you felt against my skin, and I'd trade any treasure just to hold you close again. But I woke up alone again this morning, listening to the waves against the sand. And just like a storm without a warning, you came crashing in. Lord, if a dam can hold a river, the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this whole world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine? Darling, if a dam can hold a river, and the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this whole world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine?
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Really wanna get me fired up, really wanna turn me on, really wanna get me going, baby, just bring it on. Talk country to me. Yeah, talk country to me. Tell me that you wanna go fishing, tell me that you love to hunt, tell me that you wanna go riding, get a little mud on my truck. Talk country to me. Say, hey baby, won't you take me down to Old Cobb Creek? Say you wanna drink a cold one, count some stars and shoot the breeze. Say you wanna spend all night just doing what we're doing till the sun starts shining through the trees. Talk country to me. Ask me about my big green tractor, ask me how's your mom and them. Tell me that you love to sing along to them back row Baptist hymns. Talk country to me. Say, hey baby, won't you take me down to Old Cobb Creek? Say you wanna drink a cold one, count some stars and shoot the breeze. Say you wanna spend all night just doing what we're doing till the sun starts shining through the trees. Talk country to me. Like Mama Sweet Tea, I can't get enough of it. You got me hanging on every little word, and girl, I love it. When you say, hey baby, won't you take me down to Old Cobb Creek? Say you wanna drink a cold one, count some stars and shoot the breeze. Say you wanna spend all night just doing what we're doing till the sun starts shining through the trees. Yeah, talk country to me.
That is brand new music from Craig Campbell. And I'll tell you what, I love Craig Campbell. We were one of the first, I was one of the first radio personalities to play him before he got signed to his first record deal. Now I believe he's an independent artist again, and he's got some new music that is called Talk Country to Me. And there is a video to the song that you can check out on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net, Mr. Craig Campbell. Well, I think I'll be able to say this of this next artist as well. I was one of the first artists to play him before he got a record deal. I think that's where he's headed. His name is Randall King from the state of Texas. This is called Hey Cowgirl on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHSdenver.com.
Hey cowgirl, with your hat down low, ribbons on, pretty hair blowing in the wind. Oh, where you been and where are you going? Well, I bet you got your radio on and you've lived every word of that George Strait song that's playing. You know the one, Amarillo by morning. You'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, what every cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey cowgirl, hey cowgirl, is there someone alone still waiting for that call on the phone that ain't coming? 'Cause you're still running. You'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, what every cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey, cowgirl. You'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, what every cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey cowgirl, I bet you got a long drive. Well, good luck and goodbye.
I love me some country music.
Hey man, I love country music.
Me too.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Picked up my daddy's old guitar when I was 14. Somehow it wound up becoming my best friend. Along the way we sure saw a lot and learned some things. And I would put it all down on paper with my pen, from beginning to end. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a song to sing about a small town or cry or make you smile. And it can move so fast you don't know how it happens. But every step of the way can be worth every mile. It's all worthwhile. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a song to sing about a small town, back road, sunset radio turned up just about as loud as it'll go. That first love and how it felt so right. The first heartbreak that kept you up all night. And every ride that turned out to be wrong. Just another melody about the life and times of me. Singing my own song. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a song to sing about a small town, back road, sunset radio turned up just about as loud as it'll go. That first love and how it felt so right. The first heartbreak that kept you up all night. And every ride that turned out to be wrong. Just another melody about the life and times of me. Singing my own song. Singing my own song. Singing my own song.
She is from a small town in Missouri but has a big voice in the world of country music. That is our good friend Miss Camber Kane from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. Her brand new single called Singing My Own Song. And I've got big news from Camber Kane. 2 weeks from tonight, she is going to join me in a live interview. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time like we always do. And she will be calling in at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, October the 15th. Mark your calendars for that one, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks from tonight, Camber Kane Music with yours truly, Tim Kelly, on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com. Well, we've got Miss Molly Levitt coming up here in just a little bit, but until we get her on the phone and on the radio, let's play another song. How about this next gentleman? Mr. Tyler Braden is his name, and you can check out the video to this song on ICTV IndieCountryTelevision.net. His latest single is called Love is a Dead End Road from Tyler Braden on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Thought it was finding someone that was just like me, wanting college football up on the big screen every Saturday all through fall. But no, love is a dead end road. Thought it meant she'd pick a guitar, shoot pool with the boys in a smoky old bar room and throw 'em back without a second thought. But love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather around to see little bare feet take the very first step. Talk about it over and over again, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand on the hold. Love is a dead end road. Thought I had it turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to tell Daddy goodbye just one more time. Here to say for one hell of a life, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Oh, you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her hand to hold. Love is a dead end road. Love is a dead end road.
His name is Tyler Braden. That is called Love is a Dead End Road. And again, you can check out the video to that awesome song on ICTV IndieCountryTelevision.net. We now have over 400 of some really great videos playing around the clock 24/7 for your enjoyment. So we are radio and television as well. But right now we're on the radio, and we've got a special guest with us, Miss Molly Lovett from St. Louis, Missouri originally, but now she's in Nashville, Tennessee. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, man. Been looking forward to this interview. I got to see you do a Facebook Live about a week ago, and I hopped in there, and I was like, wow, this girl's pretty good. I'm looking forward to this.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, as I pull up your bio here and look at it, I see that you are originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm about probably 3.5 hours east or west of you, rather, in just in Branson, and maybe a little bit south. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've got some nice Missouri roots in us.
That's
then.
right. And I see that you got your interest in music at a very early age. Your first concert that you went to at 5 years old was another Tim McGraw.
Yes, that's what we've got my awesome parents who raised me on music and country music especially. Yep. So yeah, that was awesome.
That's awesome. I played his stuff. My first FM radio job was back in 1999 and switched over into 2000 when we thought all the computers were going to crash and everything with Y2K, and that was a big deal in radio back then. But, and Faith Hill, his wife, her song Breathe came out not too long after that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe that some of those songs that are still getting played on the radio are 20 years old now.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
he stood the test of time.
Yes, he did. Hey, I believe you're one of those artists too, man. When I heard your music and saw your Facebook Live the other night, I think you got a real shot at having some good things going and having a long career in this industry too.
Thank you so much. I really hope so. I'm working hard and trying to make it happen.
Yes, something like that is the song that was just stuck in my head that Tim McGraw still gets a lot of radio airplay on. There's just something about that catchy, peppy song that he had that 20 years old that song, and I still hear it on the radio all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, tell me, is some of your inspirations in wanting to get into this industry? Blake Shelton, I just saw, on a promo for The Voice before I came on the air tonight. They're getting ready to show it in a new season. He said it's a dog-eat-dog industry out there, pretty much. Are you ready for that?
It is. But it also, even just my first month here in Nashville, has been awesome to see how supportive people are, though, too. Other artists and other songwriters who I've met are, everyone seems genuine and is helpful in any way they can be. So I know that there will definitely be those people out there that, I can't trust and are going to not have my best interest. But I know there's a lot of good out there too. So I'm going to focus on the positive.
Yeah. Well, and I saw reading your bio too that your parents are a big influence on you. And boy, there's nothing like that and having that family support when you're trying to do this crazy thing called music, huh?
Oh my gosh, yes. That's what I cannot thank them enough for, pushing me and encouraging me to go after my dreams because, it's scary at times, and having their, constant support, is so awesome.
Now, I saw something that was kind of neat. It said that you would sit in front of the air vents and sing for hours so that you could hear yourself through the air conditioner or the heating vents. I used to do something similar because I wanted to be in radio at a very early age, and I used to talk into a coffee can for a microphone, an empty metal coffee can.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's what, I love hearing those kind of stories. And like, when my parents will tell me things like that, about myself when I was little, it's like, like you in radio and me in my music. Like, we've just been wanting to do this since we were little. We grew up like that. That was it for us.
Yep. Well, we got something else in common, and that is sports. You were big into sports, basketball, volleyball, that kind of stuff, softball, soccer.
Yes, I played, pretty much everything growing up,
I am a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. I have Patrick Mahomes on my left arm as a tattoo, so.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Well, they took the Rams from us in St. Louis.
Yes,
so.
They did. Yep. They took the Raiders to Las Vegas, which was a good thing. That's going to work out great. my bet's on Las Vegas on that one. But I love sports too. But you had something that happened in the sports that made you get further into the music. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my main sport that I really clung to was basketball. And I was playing, on like a travel team, and it was year round. It was crazy schedule. That was, my plan then was to go play basketball in college, and kind of, my life at that point was basketball. And it was the end of my 8th grade year that I fell in a basketball game, like literally out of nowhere, just fell, and ended up getting an x-ray of my leg, and we saw that there was a bone tumor in my femur. So after a lot of doctor's visits and such, I ended up having surgery, and they removed the whole tumor, and I got this like fake bone and crazy stuff. So I was out of sports for about a year, and it was during that time that I learned how to play the guitar, and I started writing a ton of music. And that was kind of the point for me where I had to just chill for a while. I wasn't running crazy every weekend playing games and practices and whatever, so I had time to just fall back in love with music.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it was, I'm looking a little bit further into your bio. After you saw a video of Bon Jovi performing, you decided to really get back into it too. And that's awesome because, when I first started in radio, I DJ'd 80s music. I'm kind of showing my age there, but I went to broadcasting school back in the 80s. My first country radio gig was there in 1999 in Oklahoma in 2000. But, I love the 80s music, and Bon Jovi was one of the best bands of the 80s for sure.
Oh my gosh, my family, we love Bon Jovi. We actually had a dog named Jovi.
Oh, there you go.
we love John Bon Jovi, and it was actually really cool when it was my freshman year in college when I saw that video of him, and my mom had actually sent it to me, and the whole video was talking about if you want to be in the music industry, and if this is your dream and what you really, really want to do, then you can't have a backup plan. You gotta do this 100%, put everything you have into it, because if you do that, then there's no way you can fail. If you have a backup plan, then you're kind of planning to fail almost. And so my mom had sent me that, and that was when we decided that I would, take a break from school and move to Nashville and really go for this 100%.
That is awesome. And you guys are entrepreneurs too. You own your own business. I mean, and one of the things I remember here a while back when we just lost Charlie Daniels not too long ago, he said that one of his greatest accomplishments was to employ 40 people in the music business for 40 years. You know, and so you're entrepreneurs. When you're going out and doing this thing, you know, you need a lot of support from your mom and dad and others, but, you know, it's your own business, and your mom and dad have kind of helped keep you grounded there. It says, you know, you're not naive, or they're not naive, but they had a business plan, and so you have to set goals to keep you on track, and that's true of entrepreneurs, isn't it? You have to hit those goals and, you know, have something to shoot for, in other words.
Totally, yeah, and that was, you know, making the decision to leave school and everything. You know, yeah, my dad was like, okay, well, let's, you know, be realistic. Let's put a plan together. And, you know, we contacted a bunch of venues to play, and we, you know, yeah, made lists of people who we needed to contact or do. And yeah, you're totally right. It's, you know, I'm running a business as well.
Yeah.
And I love the Charlie Daniels thing you said. I always tell my friends and family that when I'm able to, you know, afford to pay people well, that I want to hire my friends and family and, you know, the team that I work with now. I want to keep around and just, you know, pay back everybody who's helped me so much.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it starts small, but it's a dream that can just really end up being big. And I've said this many times, if you have a 10-year career in this music industry and make your mark on it, and walk away from it, you know, you've had a good run. That's, you know, you fed your family, you did your thing, and, you know, you took care of business for 10 years. Now, we talked about Tim McGraw. He's had over double that. A lot of artists have. Alan Jackson and, you know, Garth Brooks, he took 10 years off, comes back and wins CMA Entertainer of the Year. You know, who does that? So, you know, that's a good, awesome run in country music. Hey, I just wanted to mention real quick, too, we have this live chat room on the format that we're using tonight. Got a Kelsey Parker in here, and she's a big fan of yours, and she's saying hello to everybody, and so we're getting to meet some new fans of yours, and she says you've got a guitar that's got glitter all over it like Taylor Swift's.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, Kelsey. Yes, I do. That was a quarantine project.
Ah.
So over the summer, I took one of the old guitars that we had at my house that we don't really use a ton, and I bedazzled it. So it was like one by one little rhinestones. But yeah, I love that guitar. It was a fun project, and it turned out. It looks good.
That's awesome. You know, we talked about starting out small, you know, and with things that are going on in COVID, it's kind of went back to that with you guys not being able to perform and do the big live shows anymore. And I saw you about a week ago from last week on a Facebook Live, and the music that you were playing sounded so good, you know. I mean, I love the fully produced stuff when you send me the fully produced MP3, you know, with the studio musicians or your full band or whatever. But you sounded good enough that I had to hit that tip jar, too, and give you a little bit in there because, man, we know you guys are struggling, and we try to support you as much as we can on our end, too. So, you know, anything that you put out like that, be sure to share it on our Facebook pages or groups, too, and we will definitely get more people to look at it and help you guys out.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that seriously means a ton, you know, especially, like you said, during these times where it's hard to find live shows to play, and especially the full band, bigger stuff. So, yeah, seriously, we really, really appreciate that more than you know.
Let's talk about the, you might call them good old days now. It might have been last year, but, you know, some of the shows that you've loved to do and have done in the past. Tell me what your dream gig would be. Who would you like to either open for or perform with live on stage, either living or who's passed? What would be a couple of artists that we could even bring back from the dead? Who might we be talking about?
One for sure would be Carrie Underwood. I grew up, you know, listening to her and, you know, watched her on American Idol. And so, yeah, she has always been one of my idols and someone who I, you know, have looked up to. So that would be amazing to get to perform with her.
I walked right past her last Friday night, believe it or not.
Did you really?
It was at the Hollywood Wax Museum in Branson, Missouri. I sure did.
Oh my God.
Yep, and she looked just like Carrie Underwood too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. I did this little video. I was sitting in between Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. And I said, you know, Willie looked over at Johnny and he said, "Hey, man, you want to get high?" And Johnny Cash goes, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash." And I said, "Is that as high as you can get?" And he said, "Yep." So yeah, we had a good
great.
time in Branson. If you haven't been to the Hollywood Wax Museum, it's a pretty cool deal. There's Elvis in there, Michael Jackson, Prince, actresses and actors too, as well as music personalities, and it amazes me how they make them look real out of wax like that. It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yep.
That's cool.
There's I was in the tornado in 2012 that came down the strip in Branson. It was all over the news. You probably heard about it, but there's a big gorilla on that building. It's like King Kong, climbing the Empire State Building. And I was just thinking, what's that ape thinking when that tornado's coming down the strip, and he's up on that building.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it missed that building. Unfortunately, the Wax Museum stayed intact and didn't sustain any major damage. But
oh, good.
Yep. So, but anyways, you have performed at something last September. You performed at a 2-hour-long set at a place called Duck Fest in St. Peters, Missouri. What was that like?
Yeah, that was such a fun show. So it was a big outdoor event, and it was all things country. So there was like duck calling contests, live music, food. There were like booths with a bunch of merchandise for sale. It was like an all-day, just fun outdoor event.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was awesome. I loved getting to play. That was a full band show, which is always a ton of fun to get to have the whole band up there. And yeah, everyone was just having a good time. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking at another influence of yours, a young lady by the name of Maren Morris. I love her stuff. When she won, I think she got New Artist of the Year a few years ago from the CMA Awards. She goes, the year before, I was sitting across the street at a restaurant watching the show, and then the next year, I'm there in the audience, and they call my name. So that's kind of how quick it can happen in this crazy business too, huh?
Totally. I remember her saying that, yeah, because that's what my family and we always watched, all the award shows, and yeah, that's what we always say, like, that really, could be me someday, hopefully will be me someday, because, you never know, like, these people have worked so hard for so many years, and then it seems like out of the blue, like, boom, they've made it, but yeah, they've been working hard for years, so... Yeah. Pretty cool.
Well, I'll tell you something. We have a reputation on this radio station, and it's even in our tagline. We call this New Country's Best. That's our Twitter account where you can follow the radio station is at New Country's Best. And we want to thank Nicole Zeller from Brickshore Media for setting up this interview. And she sends me a lot of emails, and I look at all of those emails. But I pick and choose only the best ones that I want to put on the radio station, and you made that cut. So I believe that your music is some of the best music that we've had since I started doing this about 8 years ago.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, shout out to Nicole. She's awesome. Everybody over at Brickshore. But thank you, seriously. Yeah. This is, like I said, the dream, and I'm putting everything into it. So I really appreciate everybody, radio, and the fans, and everyone who is so supportive of me, because I couldn't do this without you guys.
Yeah. Well, and what I love is eventually getting to meet the artist. I got to meet Nicole and Aaron that works with her from Brickshore Media at the Nashville Universal Awards a couple of years ago. They been holding it at the Wild Horse Saloon, and so maybe we can meet one of these days, either in Nashville or in Branson down here, and we would love to have you, get to see you perform in a live show, and we buy the tickets to you guys just like everybody else, and help support you in your live music. So we can't wait for that to get back and going again. How's things going in Nashville with that right now?
Yeah, things are opening up actually a little more the past couple of weeks. I've actually got to play a few writers' nights, which has been fun. So getting to play, my own music and meet a bunch of other songwriters. And it's been, pretty safe, and everyone's, wearing their masks and distanced. And Broadway is opening up a little more. They're still closing around 10 or so, but everything is kind of slowly but surely picking up in Nashville. So I've got hopes for 2021 that, we'll have a lot more going on.
That is great news. It's unfortunate. I read just this week, I guess 9 of the football players from the Tennessee Titans tested positive for COVID, so they postponed their next game for a little bit later on in the season, probably going to reschedule that. So boy, we hope everything goes well there. And us both liking sports, that was hard to see. I pay for ESPN this whole time and wasn't getting any live sports, and that's just killing me.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what. So yeah, I'm a St. Louis girl. We've got the Cardinals are actually playing tonight for a postseason. So I had the game on before this watching.
That's awesome, and congratulations on last year in the Stanley Cup too, man. That was
oh my gosh, yes, that was a blast. It was so surreal for our city, just for that to happen. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about this song that I'm going to play, called your latest single. It's called One Woman Show. Now, did you write this one? Tell me how this came about and the title of it.
Yeah, so I wrote this one about a year ago now, a little over a year ago. And this was kind of during a time where I was, I had just left school. So I was playing shows every weekend and trying to, figure out my life plans. Mm-hmm. And at a lot of these shows that I was playing, it was really funny. A lot of people, like, one of the biggest questions that people would ask was, are you in a relationship? And I thought that was funny that people, I guess, wanted to know that or were wondering. And I would be like, no, I'm really focusing on my music right now. Like, that's kind of my main focus. That's what I care about right now. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was funny that I kept getting the question. And so my mind kept thinking, like, one woman show, I'm on my own right now. I don't need anyone else. I'm just doing my thing and focusing on me. And that's kind of where everything came from with that, was just that, it's okay to be on your own for a little while and just do you. Yeah. So yeah, that's where it came from.
That is awesome. That's why I love doing these interviews. We love to hear the stories behind the songs, because I get songs of all kinds of different titles, and some have already been recorded, maybe even as major hits, still the same title of a song. But I always want to ask, how did that title come about? And you tell the story of it. And then One Woman Show. There you go. That is awesome. Yeah. Well, let's play it for the folks. If you can hang out for just a little bit longer, we'll come back and talk some more and play another one of yours. That sound good?
Perfect.
All right. She is Molly Lovin. Her latest single is One Woman Show on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Broken hearts might get you down. Keep calm, carry on, pick up your crown. No, I ain't saying to get back on that horse. Take some time to find your shine. Raise the curtain, dim the lights. No more crazy days and lonely nights. I'm dressing up, taking the stage. Gonna be the star of this passion play. I'm rocking on my own, ain't picking up my phone. Pretty good at putting on a one-woman show. So get your tickets now before they sell out. It's just me, myself, and I laying low, being a one-woman show. Yourself for a little while, don't give up, it's not your style. Life and love can wait, all you need is a break. Take some time, enjoy your shine. Raise the curtain, dim the lights. No more crazy days and lonely nights. Brand new script to chase the dream. The time has come for a change. Sell out. It's just me, myself, and I laying low, being a one-woman show. I'm rocking on my own, ain't picking up my phone. Pretty good at putting on a one-woman show. So big
That is her latest single called One Woman Show. It is a hit song in the making, and we're going to keep playing it here on the radio. So even after the interview's over, we're not one and done in you. We're going to keep spinning you.
Oh, thank you.
You are not a one-hit wonder. I've got another song loaded up here we're going to play here in just a minute.
Well, perfect.
Yeah. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the songwriting thing, though, because I love that aspect of you guys being independent. Most of you, write your own music and, put everything together. Maybe you get the hook first, or maybe you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a phrase or a title of a song. Tell me a little bit about your writing style. How's it like?
Yeah, that definitely happens sometimes, that I'll wake up in the middle of the night and have to write something down really quick. But yeah, usually I write a lot about life experiences, like my own personal things that have happened in my life. So usually whenever I'm feeling, a certain emotion or a certain way, I will just write it all down, and it'll come out jumbled and not make sense, and then I'll kind of sit down with my guitar and make sense of it, and put it to some chords and create a song out of what I'm feeling.
Now, have you been in any relationships like Taylor Swift that inspired you a little bit in country music and wrote any breakup songs like she does?
I have, yeah. It's funny because a lot of, my close friends and family, they know who a lot of my songs are about, and which guys and all of that. So, yes, I have written quite a few songs about specific people.
Anything we can look forward to that we could put on the radio?
Loving You actually was about an ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And I actually, I've got some things in the works that everybody will be hearing soon. Some new music,
right.
Also inspired by some past relationships. So
sounds good.
You can always expect that from me.
Okay, sounds great. Loving You's coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to play it too as we in the interview. But now I want to ask you, your goals in music are. Tell us a little bit about what you're looking to do, and I know you want to make it to, getting a record deal and everything, but are you working on an album currently, or got a title picked out or anything like that yet?
Yeah, so right now the plan is to release a bunch of singles. Music is just sold so differently these days, that, we're just kind of, releasing song by song, and I might, maybe take all of these singles and turn them into an album, put them all together. But yeah, for now, just kind of going single by single, trying to play as much as I can. I'm actually headed back. I'll be in the studio next week, so looking forward to that.
Sounds good. Blake Shelton said that too here a while back. He thinks that he's just going to make singles from now on because music is sold more digitally. And I told an artist here this just a while back on one of the interviews I did. I bought a new pickup in March, a 2020 pickup, brand new, first one I'd bought, ever brand new like that. And it doesn't even have a CD player in it. So, it's either Sirius XM, which I'm not going to pay for that. I'm on the radio. I'm not going to pay to hear that, So, but I love plugging this show in, and listen to the recorded stuff. And then I've got it where we can stream it now 24/7, the music off of it. I'm not doing the DJing on there, but, I have you guys' music. So when you send me something new, I put it on this format called Zeno. It's Zeno, and you can download the Zeno app from the Play Store and then just search KICR Indie Country Radio, and this music starts playing as soon as you push play, and you put it right to your car stereo speakers, and you can hear Molly Lovett and everybody else that we're playing. So I love the new technology. I really think singles are the way to go, too.
Yeah, it just makes the most sense for how the world is right now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to roll with the punches and go with the times that are changing. Well, I think you're going to change country music for the better. I love your sound, and congratulations to what you got going on so far. Now, if folks want to find you on social media, where can they do that at?
Yes, I am on pretty much everything. So Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. at Molly Lovett. You can just search my name and you'll find me.
Okay.
YouTube at Molly Lovett. And mollylovett.com is the website.
All righty. And once again, a big thank you to Nicole Zeller from Brickshore Media for setting up this interview. You are a fantastic young lady, and hit me up anytime you come anywhere close to Branson, or if I head to St. Louis, I will definitely hit you up. And
yes,
we'd
please.
love to meet you and get together and talk music and some other stuff, maybe some sports thrown in there too.
Yes, that would be awesome, please.
All right, go Chiefs, by the way. No. All right, her name is Molly Lovett. This is called Lovin' You on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. Thank you, ma'am.
Those dark blue eyes somehow disguise the dirty laundry you got laying in your sheets. But your sweet tongue, it covered up all the pretty little lies that now I see. You played me straight, I took the bait, tried to save you from your insecurities. Now I admit in relationships they say you live and learn, and I agree. 'Cause loving you was a shot of whiskey poured straight from hell, burned from the first taste. Now I can tell it ain't worth feeling like a fool. If I could heal, rewind that undo, loving you. Kick to the curb, we crashed and burned. Wish I could say the end was bittersweet. You proved me wrong, and now you're gone. So I'm telling every guy and girl I meet, loving you was a shot of whiskey poured straight from hell, burned from the first taste. Now I can tell it ain't worth feeling like a fool. If I could heal, rewind that undo, loving you. So add me to the list of second glances you took for granted when they told me what to do. If only I had listened, but I took my chances. Look what I got myself into, loving you. Loving you was a shot of whiskey poured straight from hell, burned from the first taste. Now I can tell it ain't worth feeling like a fool. If I could heal, rewind that undo, loving you. Loving you.
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected. Thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
drinking never got me far. With a whiskey glass half empty, and I play it all through my mind, singing just to make you smile. So you'll miss me and maybe kiss me, and I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. It's baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. And I order them nice and strong, floating just like a star through the neon light I lean on. 'Cause I'm drinking myself to sleep every other night of the week, till I see you and maybe dream you. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Where did you go? Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Oh, where did you go? And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Yeah, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
That is a great group called Shotgun Rider. Great country music duo from the state of Texas. Shotgun Rider on Facebook and Twitter is where you can find them. Their latest single called I'm Not Alright. And you can check out the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, I want to thank Molly Lovett for being with me tonight. Isn't she fantastic and so easy to talk to? I tell them the interviews would take about 30 minutes. We could have talked a lot longer than that, but she's fantastic. Everything tonight that you're hearing is recorded. You can even find us on iHeartRadio in the podcast section. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio. If you missed the Molly Lovett interview, everything recorded, and you can play it over and over and over again, and we hope you do. Well, we're going to welcome a brand new artist to KICR Indie Country Radio, but she's not brand new to country music. You remember the song There Ain't No Arizona, Miss Jamie O'Neal? She's got some brand new music out and a video to this one on ICTV, Indie Country Television. This is called Wreck Me, the latest single from Jamie O'Neal on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's never tasted quite like this, burning down with every sip, innocence and inhibitions lost, crashing through my paper walls, taking over, take it all, oh to hell with consequence or cost. Oh, I'm already gone, so go ahead and wreck me now, tear me to pieces, wear me down, throw my defenses to the ground, keep stealing my sleep, go on
play that song, I'm gonna spit some chaw in his eye. Get her done.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Don't you dare try and reappear after you already got me standing here. I can't believe you'd come in me looking for a little bit of sympathy, like I wasn't the one you left all alone crying, looking like a hot mess. Don't show your face round here anymore, honey. This is something you better get through your head, because I'm giving you up like I did them Marlboro Lights, and I'm giving you up the same way I did the whiskey on ice. And it's all so tough. You turn me into a man I don't even recognize. I'm giving you up the same way you did me out in the moonlight. What the hell are you thinking coming round to visit? Completely uninvited, messing with my brain again. You couldn't give me the satisfaction of forgetting. Your existence showed up when I thought I'd finally found the end. Don't be coming over looking for a conversation, dropping little hints that you want me back again. Cause I'm so sick and tired of the little lies that tell me so. Here is all I'm saying, baby, better listen in. Cause I'm giving you up just like I did them Marlboro Lights, and I'm giving you up the same way I did the whiskey on ice. And it's all so tough. You turn me into a man I don't even recognize. I'm giving you up the same way you did me out in the moonlight. Yeah, I'm giving you
Is Cameron Marlowe. That is Cameron with a K, and Marlowe has an E on the end of it. You guys got to check him out, but you can check out the video to that one again on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. You'll love it over there, ladies and gentlemen. Just log in and let the videos play. You can only look at the playlist and see what's coming up next, but you got to watch them all if you want to see the one that you're looking for. That's kind of the way we set it up. We want to keep you hooked on it. Mr. Trent Tomlinson is from Kennett, Missouri, over in the Boot Hill of the state. He's a great singer, a great songwriter. He wrote In Case You Didn't Know for Mr. Brett Young. Well, now you know. One of his latest singles is called When She Goes There. Let's go there right now on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
I know that number, but I ain't picking up.
She's coming over, gonna pick up her stuff. Ain't in the mood for a real big fight. Wrecking my mind, hell no, not tonight. Turn off the lights, say and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. For long as I'm bellied up to a bar, I won't see her climbing out of her car. I won't see her stepping up on that porch, coming that door, get to doing what she came here for. I know there's no way I can take her looking so good while she's walking away. If I'm gone, I could brush it off like it never really happened at all. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Turn off the lights, hey, and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. Hey, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Wanna be here when she goes there.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country. I've been drinking more than I should. And I've been hurting like I never thought I could. And I've seen lonely. Hey, here I am, still hanging on. The best I can. beside my bed. With all your memories inside my head. Drinking myself blind. That ain't nothing new. 'Cause in my mind, I'm still loving you. Even though you're gone. Even though you're gone. Nothing lasts forever. But I keep holding on, even though you're gone. Drinking myself blind. That ain't nothing new. 'Cause in my mind, I'm still loving you. Even though you're gone. Even though you're gone. Even though you're gone.
His name is Adam Grant, and he's a good buddy of mine, too. He is from the state of Georgia. That is a great ballad in the world of country music, Even Though You're Gone, Mr. Adam Grant. And Hilltop Records, or Milltown Records is the label you got to check out for Adam Grant as well. Well, I'm going to be interviewing here in just a little bit another great country music artist, but he makes great country gospel music. His name is here we go, Cliff Waddell. There we go. Yeah, that's his name, and we'll be talking to him shortly. I'm looking at lots of screens tonight, but to get you ready for the interview, we're going to play a great song from a country gospel duo that I interviewed a while back. They are Corey and Kelly, and this is called Take Me Back to Church on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
She came home from work after a long, hard day. Set her keys on the counter, began to pray. Oh God, I need you more than ever. My hope is lost, can't be found. Threw her hands in the air, knees hit the ground, and she cried, Jesus, I surrender. My hand and lead me home.
these days when it's all smooth sailing, we forget to pray. So take my hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and the people search for amazing grace. That sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. Oh God, we need your love in this busy life. Take me back to church. Take me back to church. Ooh.
They are Corey and Kelly, great country gospel duo, and that is a great tune called Take Me Back to Church, and you can check out the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, I've got another great artist on the phone. His name is Cliff Waddell. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you?
Good, fantastic, great to have you on the program. And man, I've been excited about this evening. 2 great interviews in one show. Man, there's nothing better than that.
Yes, sir, man. It's I've been looking forward to it as well. So,
Yep.
Thanks for having me. Good to have you on the phone here.
Absolutely. I had a lovely lady by the name of Molly Lovett from Nashville. I just got through talking to her, and now I get to interview you. And I've been looking forward to talking to you for some time because I've sure been liking your music, that's for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Tim.
Yep.
I appreciate it. It's
absolutely.
been one of them roles out here in Nashville. You just kind of come in, and I've done my dues, and I'm still doing them. So
yep, there you go. Same here in radio. I've done this on the internet for about 8 years, and I was in FM radio back in late '99 and 2000. I was just telling Molly when we interviewed her just a little bit ago, when they changed over, and everything, they thought Y2K was going to knock all the computer systems out and everything and knock you off the air. That never happened, but that was my first time in FM radio.
I remember that. You never knew what was going to happen the next morning. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, that kind of hasn't changed in 2020, has it?
Not much. I mean, I'm telling you.
So, how's things been for you in the music business this year? It's probably I hear Molly said Nashville's slowly picking back up.
Yeah, it's slowly getting there. I've this year's actually been really good for me. I moved from a small town in North Carolina, north of Raleigh, called Rollsville, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out here a little over a year ago to Nashville, Tennessee, and I had a good friend of mine, Gina Britt. She's plays banjo with Sister Sadie, a great bluegrass group. Friend of mine, I kind of came from a bluegrass background, and she encouraged me to come out here. And over the past year, I've kind of found my field, so to speak, and started setting my plow in the ground. And I play here now at Music City Bar and Grill in Music Valley every Sunday night, and it's going good. I found the area where I kind of fit in the best with my music and the traditional sound, and just kind of who I am. And I couldn't be any more blessed. I've got some new music coming out in about 2 months. November, I'll be releasing a new EP with 5 new songs on it, some that I've written and co-written. And so, yeah, it's going really good considering the COVID and the shutdown of so many, gigs and, just businesses in general. But yeah, it's going really good.
Yep. Well, that's awesome, man. I appreciate all the information. You got a listener in our live chat room, Jackie Murphy. She's a fan of yours.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love the instant feedback on a song that you get too in the live chat rooms, and we're going to play some of your music here in just a little bit. But now I love your traditional sound, and you know that's something that I think today, and I'm sure you'll agree, is kind of missing in country music, isn't it?
Man, it's to say the least, it's missing, and I guess what I'm trying to do is keep a traditional sound with a modern production. And I guess that's the best way I can think of to describe what I'm trying to do. And you know, I grew up on all the you know, the 80s and early 90s, especially. I'm a big Alan Jackson fan, and just all those guys back in those days really influenced a lot of my music. And to not hear that anymore kind of inspires me to bring it back, but also keep it modern enough to where, you know, it's new and different like music should be. So I'm trying to find that fine line, and you know, I think I'm doing pretty good. I've got a couple of things that I've worked with on, and you know.
Okay. How long you been at this?
Well, so I mean, I've been playing all my life. Grew up in bluegrass, going to bluegrass festivals, and played in a bluegrass band, the Hager's Mountain Boys, for many years. I'd say around 5 years ago, I transitioned from you know, a bluegrass band setting to pursuing more of a solo songwriting. Songwriting, you know, direction, and that led into the singer-songwriter, and you know, it one thing has kind of led to another, and it's just kind of transpired into where I'm at now. So long story short, you know, I've been pursuing the country thing for, you know, a good 5 years with my songwriting and so forth, and
awesome. Well, we're glad we hooked up, and I think you hit us up on the Facebook page or something like that. I know that's what we've been talking off of, getting ready for the interview and stuff. So I'm glad you found us, because I like what you got going on.
Yes, sir. I'm glad. I'm glad we connected for sure.
Yep. Now I'll tell you, the first concert I ever went to, and I listened to his radio show too. Now, Tracy Lawrence was the first artist I ever saw live in concert. Wade Hayes and David Ball opened up for Tracy Lawrence in Oklahoma.
Wow.
In Ardmore, Oklahoma was my first concert. So I love the 90s country like you. And Tracy Lawrence has a radio show now called Honky Tonkin' with Tracy Lawrence that they play a syndicated show here in Springfield, Missouri area, in Branson, where I'm from. And, you know, you get to relive his 90s music that he made, and he was good at it. And he has a lot of special guests on there. You know, he's had Sammy Kershaw on there, and some of the, you know, Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry, and different ones like that, you know, that just really killed it in the 90s. And so it's always a pleasure to listen to that kind of music. And I'm a fan just like you of that brand of music, and you're kind of keeping that alive. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'm doing my best, and I promise I'll never quit trying to do that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not easy. You know, there is a different trend out in Nashville these days. That, you know, and you don't have to come to Nashville to know that. You can listen to it on the radio. However, I'm really I'm trying to find the best of both worlds, and I think I've done that, and I hope that people can hear that in my stuff, you know, my music, and how, you know, how things are, you know, just as long as it hits you in the heart and brings you some chill bumps, that's all that matters to me.
Right. Now, you talked about songwriting and writing experiences, you know, and life experiences bring out a lot of those songs. So let's talk a little bit about that. And I want to ask you if you're in a relationship, or if you're married or have children, or any of that.
Well, I'm actually divorced. I was divorced about 5 years ago, and I am in a relationship currently, and I've found a great woman that supports me 1,000,000%, and she's behind me, and I love her to death. And so she's really encouraged me to be where I'm at as well, and believes in me 100%, and I owe a lot to not just her, but a lot of people back home that have done the same thing. So
that's awesome. And, that's why I love to ask those questions, because we love to hear the stories of that behind the songs, and a lot of songs come out of those relationships, even bad ones, divorces and things like that.
Yeah, man, I don't mind at all. There was a time, especially with my first album that I released, which I believe you're going to play a song off of that, but there was a point in time to where, that wasn't something that I really wanted to talk about and so forth. But you know what? I mean, life is life, reality's reality, and music is music. And if it weren't for the stuff that I've been through, including a long marriage and a divorce, and then a great relationship and children and good times and bad times and all the above, you name it, then I wouldn't have the emotion behind what I do. So I don't mind talking about it a bit.
That is the truth right there, man. I appreciate that. Now, who were some of your influences growing up that made you want to get into this? And me and Molly, we call it a crazy music business, which Blake Shelton made that statement today, and it truly is a crazy business. But who were some of your musical influences growing up?
Oh man, I've got several. So, I'd say, from a guitar standpoint, I did a lot of listening to Tony Rice growing up. I listened to a ton of bluegrass records. My dad actually still has the record cabinet with all these records in it that I listened to growing up. But everything from Tony Rice to the Osmond Brothers to Keith Whitley, your Merle Haggard, your Kathy Mattea.
Oh, man. Love her.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, and then into once around my 8-9-year-old range, when Alan Jackson started coming out, I just really fell in love with his style, his sound, his voice, his writing. And he's probably my biggest influence. Well, not probably. He is my biggest influence for my writing. I focused a lot of my songwriting skills and learned a lot from just listening to Alan growing up. So, I've got so many of them, but all those guys back in that era are, they're all influences of mine, but those are some of my biggest.
Okay, awesome. Now, I'm sure you probably know who Rhonda Vincent is. She's called the Queen of Bluegrass. She moved up here just north of me in Lake Ozark, Missouri. We're probably about an hour and a half apart. I've yet to meet her, but I definitely want to. And she performs down in Branson all the time at this theme park called Silver Dollar City, which we have season passes to, and we go there all the time. I've definitely got to meet her one of these days. I've got music by her and Richard Lynch from Waynesville, Ohio. He's a great traditional artist that we have met here in Springfield and Branson. So, I love the bluegrass music too, and in fact, when you walk through that theme park, that's what they're playing through these trees and everything with these speakers in them is that bluegrass music. It's an 1850s kind of theme park. So, they love the bluegrass down in this area.
Funny you mentioned Rhonda Vincent. Actually, the bluegrass band I was in, we opened up for her back in probably 2008, 2009 or so up in Kentucky. And now that I've moved to Nashville, she actually comes into it anytime she's in town. I've now got to know her and talked to her a few times. She comes into Music City Bar and Grill here a lot. She's coming in while I'm playing some, and but she's a great person. It's kind of funny how things transpire in this crazy business of music, like you say.
Yeah.
But yeah, great.
That is awesome.
Great stuff.
Now, tell me, what can folks expect to see in a Cliff Waddell show? Some of maybe your cover songs that you do, and your favorite cover songs, or a lot of your originals, a good mix of both. Kind of what can we expect to see in your show?
Yeah, well, I like to the first and foremost, I always make sure everybody is known that they should leave everything that's weighing them down and bothering them outside on the sidewalk. Because when you come in, my goal, along with the band and so forth, is just to make sure everybody has a good time. And the music that we bring, I do bring a mix of your old school 50s. I've got some 50s and 60s country that I bring, and then you know, everything from that to your up-tempo Travis Tritt Trouble, and try to really just put on a good, entertaining show, make sure everybody's either tapping their foot in their seat or spinning around on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So I've got a variety of material, and I really just play the crowd. I don't have a set list. I just, you know, if you come to see me, I'll make sure I do what you like to hear, and most likely it's along the same lines of what we both like. So
that is awesome. I love it. And I've been seeing a lot of your posts, so I want you to be sure and if you'll share them on our Facebook page and get folks to look at it, and the ones that we have in Nashville, you know, the friends and the artists and everybody that live in that area can come and check you out. And then we also have a group page called Artists Played on Indie Country Radio, or KICR Indie Country Radio. If you'll post on there and you know, share your stuff on there, we would love to do that for you. And if you do any Facebook Lives and you put a tip jar up there, you know, don't hesitate to do that, because we know how rough it is right now, not being able to. A lot of artists can't perform live still, so you're welcome to post any of those things. New music you got coming out, whatever you would like.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's I'll be sure to do that. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Now, I ask artists this a lot of times, and I want to find out what your take is on this. Tell me about your dream gig. Is there an artist that we could even bring back from the dead that you would like to either open for or perform with live on stage? What would a couple of names be?
Oh, man, well, you know, you're going to bring out the the tender side of me, but I will honestly say that while I have so many heroes and legends that have passed and so forth, my true dream gig would be to, you know, do an opening show for Alan Jackson sometime. I mean, I owe so much to him. Never really met him personally. I've shook his hand from the front row of the Georgia Pit a few times at his shows, and I've had the pleasure of beating several of his band members here in Nashville. But yeah, I mean, you know, honestly to say, I mean, he's still alive and kicking, and he's still a big influence of mine. And while I don't push it a lot, because that's kind of just not my personality, but since you ask, yes, that's still my dream gig.
Yeah. You know, he's kind of one of those artists, you know, and Johnny Cash used to say this back in the day, you know, and I even did a video here, you know, I went to the Wax Museum here in Branson, the Hollywood Wax Museum, and him and, you know, Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson were right there together, and so I stood between them and had my picture taken. But, you know, when Johnny Cash spoke, all he had to do was go, "Hello, my name's Johnny Cash." You know, Alan Jackson's got that voice, too. That's all he'd pretty much have to say, huh? Is just hello, and you would kind of know who he was.
He sure does. He's, you know, he's a humble man. He's a family man. He loves God. He loves country music, and you know, he puts all that first and foremost. I mean, it's been a great career for him, and you know, it's yeah. I mean, he's a true legend, still living. So, you know, we should all be thankful for those that are still alive that we can go out and see and watch them perform.
Yep. Well, and
life's crazy.
They're paving the way for guys like you to come along and keep that tradition of country music and traditional country music alive.
That's exactly right. And I hope they realize how much they're doing so.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they know the struggle with keeping it alive as well as we do.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. You know, and talking about your music, I've got a song called "When She Prays" loaded up here. Tell us a little bit about this song, and did you write it, and how it came about?
Yeah, actually, I wrote that song very, very soon after my separation, before my divorce, and you know, I gotta, with much due respect, I'll have to give the ex-wife credit on that one. You know, I had a lot of emotions going through my mind, and as does anyone when they're going through anything troubled in life. But you know, something like that is really hard on people, and I wrote a song that kind of, you know, was the best way I could explain how I felt at the time, and it's actually turned into a song that a lot of people have listened to, and I've gotten so much feedback from people that listen to it daily, and even from men. I've had men that I've sang this song at weddings for the groom. It's kind of how they strive to take care of their loved one, their wife, and so it's just turned out to be a great song for many different situations, not just the one that I was in at the time.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, and I look at YouTube a lot because we are radio and television. I have a TV channel similar to CMT. I call it CMT for the Indies. It's called Indie Country Television, and you don't have a video, fully produced video to any of your songs yet, but just the audio on some of them, you're well into the thousands on some of the views that you've gotten. So congratulations, man. People are listening to it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. As an independent artist, I don't have that's something that's in the works from hopefully next year, 2021 is a good nice produced video, but I do have my music available on all the digital platforms, and yes, I've been blessed to have several of the songs that are well into the thousands and tens of thousands. I had one song that reached up into the 100 and some thousand view mark at one time back when I first put the album out. So I mean, it's really inspiring to know that people are listening, and that's what it's all about. Is I mean, when you write a song from the heart, you want it to help other people. That at least I do, and it's really inspiring to know that other people are hearing it, listening to it, and that's what it's all about.
Well, that's why I'm doing this thing for 3 hours of a night on Thursday and Fridays during this COVID crisis, because people need something to listen to that's fresh and new, and get to know an artist that they haven't ever heard before. And we have a reputation for playing what I call new country's best. That's our tagline, and that's our Twitter account. We pick the best ones, and when you sent me your music, it definitely fit the bill. It touched me. So
wow, brother, I appreciate that, man. I mean, thank you so much for what you do as well. I mean,
we appreciate it.
It's a big. I always say it's a big circle, and the listener, the DJ, the artist, the musicians. We couldn't have any of it without each other. So
that is for sure.
Right back to you, brother.
Well, if you can hang out for just a little bit longer, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more with Cliff Waddell. We're going to play When She Prays, and then we'll be right back on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com. This is Cliff Waddell.
When a woman cries, it cuts right down to the bone, like a smooth but jagged stone. Yeah, it's deeper than you know, because a woman's heart, it's so tender down inside. There's been one too many guys who've let her down, then let her go, but she's an angel to her new man, 'cause no one loves her like he can. When she prays, all her sorrows melt away. He's the first man she can say that gets all her knots untangled. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, she's like a wild horse running on the ocean sands. When he holds her in his hands, yeah, life's waves can't slow her down, 'cause even troubled times, he's a shoulder she can cry on, the only friend she can rely on. When she needs to come unwound, he calls her angel. He's her new man.
tangled. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, yeah. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. Yeah, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, when she prays.
Cliff Waddell, that is called When She Prays, and they are loving it in our live chat room, man. That is an awesome song. I love it too, you know, but I've been listening to your stuff getting ready for the interviews, so it's good to get back to listening to some of the traditional country music that still exists out there, so thank you for making that.
Oh yeah, I'm glad everyone liked it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's yep, no doubt.
Our comments in the chat room, what an awesome song, beautiful. Now this is country music.
Good stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
I like the chat room attendees.
Yep.
They have good taste. I like country music.
That's
too.
right.
That's what I try to do.
Yep. Well, you know, you were talking about Alan Jackson and some of those guys in the 90s, you know, and we keeping traditional country music alive. You know, you don't have to be based out of Nashville to make this country music. You know, you said you grew up in South Carolina. I can hear the accent. You know, it comes to us from all over the world, man. I'll tell you, Texas and Canada is the two biggest places we get our music from.
You know what? Since I've moved to Nashville, I have met so many Canadians. It's incredible, and they are the most true and, you know, authentic country music fans of anyone. That, I mean, I didn't really know that until I moved here, but yes, you're right. I've met a lot of folks from Texas, Canada, Missouri. I mean, all over the.
Yeah.
I mean, but yes, specifically those two places. You're right.
Yeah, it kind of blew me away, you know, when I started doing this. So much of our music would come from Canada and be just really, really good country music. And, you know, they share the radio stations up there, too, that they're getting played on and everything. And I've listened and become friends with some of those folks. And, you know, it's been a great relationship. So, you know, it's just like you said earlier, you know, to me, it's all one big circle. You know, everything comes back around when you do this long enough.
You're right. It sure does.
Yep. Now, you said, you know, your relationships, even with your wife, you know, she was an ex, you know, helped you on that song. So, you know, we got to give her kudos on that. But where did you record this thing? And a big shout out to some of the folks that played on this record and that song.
Yeah, so that was recorded at Starstruck, right on Music Row, with my producer James Payne produced it. I've also done some co-writes with him. I still do. He's producing my new material as well. But that was Brent Mason on guitar, Buddy Hyde on the piano, Joel Keys. I mean, all those guys are and beyond. I mean, forgive me for not rambling off all of them, but
that's all right.
They all had a hand in it, man, and they're all, you know, world-renowned musicians. So.
You know, you pick some good people to work with. I've heard those names before, and you know, they pop up quite frequently, so they're well known, and that's good stuff. You know, when you work with the best and you have standards that you want to put out the best, that's kind of the way we are, you know. And I tell this all the time. I get sent music daily. I look at emails and music that gets sent to me, and then our Facebook page, like we met and things, and honestly, 8 out of the 10 that I get sent to me probably don't make the cut. You know, so when you know when you have a reputation and you want to play the best on your radio station, and really believe in these folks, and you included in that, enough that they're going to, have the best shot in making it in this crazy world of country music, then that's what we're going to play on the radio.
Well, brother. Well, I mean, that's. I'm glad that you feel that way. I agree. I mean, I respect everyone that. I mean, I encourage music on everyone. I mean, whether it's in your living room or on a stage, or whether you aspire to be on a big stage. I mean, I encourage music. Period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I respect the fact that you pick out what fits your show, man. I appreciate that tremendously.
Yeah. We talked about, me and Molly, the previous lady I interviewed just a little bit ago, we live in the digital age now, and I told her I bought a brand new truck in March, and it doesn't even have a CD player in it. So, you got to kind of roll with the punches and go with the times that are changing, and here we are in this pandemic and everything. So, you can't do as many live shows everywhere around the country as you'd like to, I know. But
right.
talk a little bit about that, how you tailor-make your music to work with the digital age. How are you doing that?
Well, you know what, I'm a little behind, I guess. I'm very active on Facebook, and I do have a website and stuff. But Facebook, Cliff Waddell Music, and my I do have just Cliff Waddell as well. I don't really have a personal. I just keep a personal page for all my friends, family, and everybody, and then a music page as well for anybody else. And I'm just now getting into the Instagram world. That's why I say I'm a little behind, but
yeah.
All my music is available on all the digital resources. And I stay active. I post all my events and new music and announcements and stuff on Instagram and Facebook at both Cliff Waddell Music on, for either. So.
Well, we love your music, man, and you've obviously got some fans. When they instantly make themselves a free Spreaker account, come into our live shows, that tell us that they're serious about, supporting you,
That's awesome.
and come in here and listen to your live music and the live radio show and the interview and everything. And what I like about doing this is they get to hear a lot of other artists that we play in a full 3-hour show that they really wouldn't have heard if they hadn't tuned into you. So you're helping them out too, so that's awesome.
Definitely, and I know that those guys that are signing in right there to listen, those are the ones that have, I've had so many people behind me, and people that I've met in the audience. I mean, they're all. I don't really like to call them fans; they're all friends. I really try to be personal with everybody because we're all in it together, and so that's great to know.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go out and you've done give us your social media and everything, so I appreciate you doing that because that was going to be one of my last questions. So we can find you at Cliff Waddell, and cliffwaddell.com is your website that I'm looking at right now. But this last song that I'm going to play, it's called Dear Whiskey, and I get a lot of drinking songs, and so when I first looked at that title, and I thought that's what I was going to hear, but it's totally a different take on it. So tell us about this song a little bit.
Yeah, Dear Whiskey is a song I wrote that, we all kind of have, whether it's a whiskey bottle or a cigarette or a bowl of ice cream, we've all had our clutches and or our crutches, and we fall back on things. And I wrote this song. The idea came to me. A dear friend of mine had been through a long, hard struggle with alcohol. Was actually involved in a motor vehicle accident that, as a result of his impairment, someone lost their life. And he dealt with that for a long time, and he ended up changing his life around as a way to make better of the situation and his wrongdoings. He paid his consequences for it. But he also came back out of that and really became an advocate against drinking and so forth. But after hearing his story and some of the battles that I was going through at the time myself, the idea came to me to just write a letter to a whiskey bottle, and that's where Dear Whiskey came into play.
Wow. Okay. Well, the fans are going to love this song, man. Some of the lyrics in here touch me, and they're super powerful. And we're going to keep playing the music, too, by the way. So I picked these two specifically, but after the show's over and this weekend is my kind of radio time to catch up and, listen to new music. So I'm going to listen to some more of your music. And anything new that you want to promote, man, come back anytime. You are more than welcome. I've enjoyed talking to you. You're awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Tim. Yeah, I'll be in touch. I'm going in the studio back to the same, with the same guys, Brent and Buddy and all them at Starstruck and James Payne, my producer, in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
So
Sounds
I'll
good.
have some new material for you soon.
All right. Cliff Waddell, and go see you at Music City Bar and Grill, too. When are you going to be there next?
I play at Music City Bar and Grill right here in Music Valley by the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. I play here every Sunday night. Right now I'm playing 6 to 10 on Sunday nights because of the time restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
As we begin to open back up, the times will change. But right now it's every Sunday night. And come join us. I've got Ronnie McDowell Jr. plays drums with me, and Mike Bork on pedal steel and guitar, and the one and only Hoop Gibson on bass. So
all right.
Great stuff. Come see us out here every Sunday night.
Fantastic. Sounds like a really great show, and congratulations on the new music. And you told me this song I'm getting ready to play, Dear Whiskey's hitting the charts, too.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. It's actually my latest release off of that album, and music takes some time, so that album was a few years ago. But this is the latest release off of it, and it is my second top 10 off of that album. It's currently at number 8 for September. I'm still waiting on the October chart to kind of open up, but I've had one song that reached number 5. So Dear Whiskey is on the tail end of that, and hopefully it'll, I always want a song to do good on the charts, but as long as people are listening to it and getting something out of it,
Yeah, well, I'll tell you
that's
what,
all that matters to me.
It's going to make its debut here in just a second when I push play on it, but I guarantee you folks are going to be requesting it. So
I appreciate that. Thank you
it is
very
a
much.
great song. Very well done. Man, I love talking to you. Have a great week ahead and a great weekend, and enjoy October and all the fall colors. I'm sure they're pretty in Nashville. I know they are here in the Ozarks. That's kind of what we're famous for here around Branson. And the trees, some of them are already starting to turn, and it's going to be 38 tonight. So you have a good fall.
Yes, sir, man. I love it. I love the weather change, and thank you, Tim, for having me, and thank you to all your listeners for listening to the music and the comments. And I'm really humbled by all of it. I hope everyone continues to listen to it. And thanks again, brother. I'll be in touch with you as soon as I get some new material out. And in the meantime, say hey anytime you want to.
You got that. We got each other's numbers now. I know where you are. All right, Mr. Cliff Waddell. This is called Dear Whiskey on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Week 10, day 73. I'm a brand new man since sobriety, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't tough to pour you down the drain while the family loaded up. Yeah, I lost everything, including you. But to kill a weed, you pull the root. So dear whiskey, yeah, I'm letting go of holding on. You've called the shots for way too long. I'm done with all your dirty lies and the way you hypnotize. You're one bridge I'm proud to burn, up in smoke like the sinner I once was. Dear whiskey, no more us. 'cause I'm a Christian now, and I'm slowly making progress with my wife. There's so many years of tearing down ain't gonna be fixed overnight, and no more swinging doors or hardened hearts. One season ends, another starts. Dear whiskey, I'm letting go of holding on. You've called the shots for way too long. I'm done with all your dirty lies and the way you hypnotize. You're one bridge I'm proud to burn, up in smoke like the sinner I once was. Dear whiskey, no more us. The preacher said, son, get down on your knees and just repent, 'cause Jesus loves the sinner but not the sin. So dear whiskey, I'm letting go of holding on. You've called the shots for way too long. I'm done with all your dirty lies and the way you hypnotize. You're one bridge I'm proud to burn, up in smoke like the sinner I once was. Dear whiskey, no more. No more us.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
If it's a 65-mile-an-hour drive, I'll be doing 90. If it says don't look, don't touch, you know that's where you'll find me. Don't hand me the keys to pick up jump, 'cause I drive like I drink and I only drink from plastic cups. So don't stand too close, don't fall too hard. I ain't a promise in the dark, 'cause I break things you think you do but you don't. I tend to take
is brand new music that I found last week for you. Her name is Kylie Morgan. That is called Break Things, and the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, I want to say a big thank you to Cliff Waddell for making traditional country music and for doing the interview tonight with yours truly. We had a great time. I met a couple of new friends tonight, Molly Lovett and Cliff Waddell, making new friends and playing new music. Man, there's nothing better on a Thursday night, and we're going to do it again tomorrow night. You guys be sure to hit the airwaves. Be sure to tune in on Spreaker. That is Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio. Just a little bit after 7 o'clock, we will be live tomorrow night, and I will have 2 more great interviews. I am going to interview Amelia Presley, who is the third cousin of Elvis Presley, great country music artist, at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Then at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, I'll be live with Jenna Torres from New York City. It will be our second interview, and she is fantastic, and you're going to love both those young ladies and their new music as well. Mr. Tyler Booth is up next, a former contestant on American Idol. One of his latest singles is called Long Comes a Girl from Tyler Booth on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, hour number 3.
You see the bopper dropping while you're popping the top on a cold beer, and you bust through the mud in your old truck in low gear. It's shotguns, bird dogs, buddies, and 12-ounce curls. Along comes a girl. You're spitting and swearing in the jeans you've been wearing for 2 weeks. Paycheck, weekend, hardcore, drinking and no sleep. Playing by the rules you made in a country boy's world. Along comes a girl. You're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs in your 6-string. And she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it rain. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Never thought you'd be breaking an iron out on a new shirt, or singing along to I Saw the Light in an old church, let alone taking out a 20-year-long for a piece of your own dirt. And along comes a girl, and you're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs on your 6-string. If she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it rain. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Along comes a girl.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's Country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Grandma's looks, Mama's eyes, her old man's fight inside, stubborn heart, gypsy soul. Tell me, where does the time go? Gonna dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Greatest gift in the world is a new baby girl. Feels like God took a chance, placing her here in my hands. Gonna dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Whoa. And dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter, sent straight from heaven, came down and I caught her. For now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Oh, dance with my daughter tonight.
His name is Jason Blaine. He is one of those great Canadian artists that we talked about in the interview, and he is great. That is Dance With My Daughter. Check out the video to it, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net, and you better bring some Kleenexes while you watch it. It will touch you, that is for sure. This next artist is a good friend of mine from Indianapolis, Indiana, Mr. Steve Hickman. This is called Long Shot on Today's Country, KICR Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
Underdog at the back of the pack, that's just how I roll. I've been a long shot all my life, yeah, it's all I know. Well, you can't stop my will to win, it's bellowing from my soul. Well, I ain't got nothing left to lose, I'm all in, here I go. Well, you can bet on me, I won't let you down. Yeah, you can take it to the bank, I won't quit till I'm crowned. Yeah, I'm the long shot, and you best not count me out. 'Cause this fire in my belly could burn this whole place down. Lo and behold, I've been down at the top. No, not a soul around to hear me. No one with a rope to drop. I stood there on my feet and screamed, God, why have you left me to die? He said, son, it was you that walked away. I've never left your side. Well, you can bet on me, I won't let you down. Yeah, you can take it to the bank, I won't quit till I'm crowned. Yeah, I'm the long shot, and you best not count me out. 'Cause this fire in my belly is gonna burn this whole place down. Can't put this fire out, it stays hungry. Yeah, it's fueled by the salt of doubt, I gotta say it bluntly. Yeah, I'm the long shot. Alright.
Today's country.
I wanna be the one to love you, but you still got a little Dallas on your boots. Today's country.
Give me 3 shots of Jaeger and I'll start to hate her, and then you'll know the party is on.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm just a singer of simple songs. I do okay till I do all wrong, you see. I got a curse on me. Been playing music since 9 years old. I did okay, then I slid off the road, you see. I got a curse on me. 'Cause the curse is the buzz I get when I play. Buzz slips in, takes my life away, and I end up all alone on the dead end of an empty street. Now the stress from my life, there went another wife. Now I gotta pack it up and try to survive, and it gets harder every time, but I'm doing fine. No, I'm just a singer of simple songs. I do okay till I do all wrong, you see. I got a curse on me.
slips in and takes my life away, and I end up all alone on the dead end of a empty street. Now the dream shot to hell, end up in jail, facing 5 to 10, get out on 2 fails, and I gotta walk chalk line, knowing deep down inside I'm bound to fail. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I do okay till I do all wrong, you see. I got a curse on me. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I do okay till I do all wrong, you see. I got a curse on me. I got a curse on me. Oh no, no, no.
I had a great radio interview with him last week. He is a good old boy from Alabama, now living in Wisconsin and making that great traditional country music. His name is Wes Brown, and that is called Curse on Me. Wes Brown Music on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're going to do Facebook, tonight might be a good night to do it. He does Facebook Lives every Thursday evening, just like we're live on the radio right now. We are live with Mr. Matt Stell. His latest single is called Everywhere But On. You're listening to it on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail still going to mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. Looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but
on. Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universal Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Cars all packed, today's the day. And the worry is written on your face. I promise it's gonna be okay. I know it won't be easy leaving you behind, but these dreams of mine just got to be chased. So dry those misty eyes, one more kiss goodbye, and one thing left to say. Even though I'll be miles away, I'll still call you every day. So don't worry, Mama. No one ever stays the same. My love for you will never change. So don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Mama. Sunday mornings pouring rain always gets me thinking of standing in the kitchen, clinging to your hip while you were cooking something up. The memories we made make me wish there was a way I could just live on love. Even though I ain't slept in days, the fridge is bare and the bills ain't paid. Don't worry, Mama. I won't let nothing get in my way. Yeah, that's the kind of girl you raise. So don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Mama. 'Cause I love the skyline and the nightlife, and all the folks on 65 who can't drive worth a damn. And I've had some good times with friends of mine, but even though I live this new life, sometimes I can't help it. It hits me when I least expect it to. And even though I don't say it, I still miss you every day. But don't worry, Mama. I booked the red eye to DIA, and I'll be home in a couple of days. So don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Mama.
She is an alumni from NBC's The Voice, Team Blake all the way, and a good friend of mine from Parker, Colorado, Miss Kirsty Hoops. just outside of Denver, Colorado. Her latest single is called Don't Worry Mama, and congratulations to her. This week she got to play that song on WSM, the radio station out of Nashville, Tennessee that is like 90 years old or something. That is awesome, and we just had a great radio interview about her latest single. Although I'm not 90 years old, I still got that face for radio thing going on, but I think the music's pretty good on this station, don't you guys? We absolutely love playing it for you too. We're going to reschedule this next artist. Mr. Philip Sanders and I were supposed to interview last Friday night. We had some things come up, and we ended up downtown in Branson, hanging out at a wax museum and seeing a live show with some friends and family. But we're going to reschedule him and get him back on here. In the meantime, let's play his latest single called Over a Beer with Philip Sanders on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
I know right now that I'm the last guy that you want to talk to, but you never would have took my call, girl, if you didn't want to. So maybe I still got a chance, however small it might be. Give me one night more, baby, don't close the door on you and me. Come on over, let's start over a beer. I've got a six-pack, you can just sit back, 'cause I wanna make a couple things clear. No one's ever loved me, girl, the way you do. There ain't no way I'm ever getting over you. Come on over, let's start over a beer. Right from the heart and saying, girl, I'm sorry for the way I hurt you. But I know there ain't nothing you and me can't work through. Girl, you're every good thing I've got, and I hope I ain't crowding your space. I just wanted you to know the beer's good and cold at my place. Come on over, let's start over a beer. Yeah, I've got a six-pack, you can just sit back, 'cause I wanna make a couple things clear. No one's ever loved me, girl, the way you do. There ain't no way I'm ever getting over you. Come on over, let's start over a beer. No one's ever loved me, girl, the way you do. There ain't no way I'm ever getting over you. Come on over, let's start over a beer. Baby, come on over, let's start over a beer. Baby, let's start over a beer.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
a soft kiss in the morning, then I'm headed off to work. Got no time for real things, just them things that don't have worth. Grab my morning coffee just to make it through the day. Thoughts of you fill my head, and all my heart can say, girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Sunday morning sunshine, just peeking through the blinds, looking like an angel, wishing I could just stop time. Laying here together, holding on real tight. Feel our hearts beat as one, makes everything so right. Girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. You make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Don't know what I'd ever do without you.
That is one of the latest singles from Tony Corrales with the Tony Corrales Band. It is called Coming Home So Easy. What a great ballad that is. And boy, that's a love song. And him and his wife Dina just celebrated an anniversary too. So, you know, in 2012, I started doing this indie country radio thing, or this independent artist thing. And we sure have met a lot of great artists. And that gentleman and his wife are one of the best. Absolutely love the Tony Corrales Band. Follow them on Twitter at TCB Country. Miss Joni Messina is up next. She's an independent artist as well. She owns Dreambound Records, and this is one of her independent singles. It is called Love on a Maybe from Joni Messina on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
You say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get close and then you push away. Your car is back in my driveway. You know what to say. I hope you stay. Can't come back around, can't come back around, getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. You know every part of me, reach in to the heart of me. You make me believe I'm on top of the world. Get close, come sit close to me, so that you can see the view from up here is undeniable. Can't come back around, can't come back around, getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. We could be I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it. No, I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. No, the love on a maybe.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
There ain't much to do in this small town, but hooking up and settling down. So there's some things that you should know from the start. I'm not looking for a one-night fling, not ready for a diamond ring. I want someone who's willing to win my heart, so I hope it's fine if I take my time. just the two of us. Slow love, wanting to lean in for a kiss, but waiting for the perfect moment. Tell me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. I wanna slow love. Like swaying to an old country song and staying up all night as you go on and on about growing up, working on your daddy's farm. I wanna know everything about you, behind the scars and that tattoo. All I got is time underneath these stars. I wanna slow love, like a long dirt road after dusk. On a Sunday night drive, losing track of time, just the two of us. Slow love, wanted to lean in for a kiss, but waiting for the perfect moment. Tell me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. I wanna slow love. Slow, like a sunset sinking, a southern draw singing, church bells ringing slow, like a front porch swinging when we're old. I wanna slow love, like a long dirt road after dusk. On a Sunday night drive, losing track of time, just the two of us. Slow love, wanted to lean in for a kiss, but waiting for the perfect moment. Tell me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. No need to rush. I wanna slow love.
Her name is Crystal King, and that is her latest single. It is called Slow Love. You can check out the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, I want to thank Mr. Cliff Waddell for a great radio interview, and Miss Molly Lovett. Man, two great radio interviews tonight. Everything is recorded. Go to iHeartRadio, download the iHeartRadio app, and search KICR Indie Country Radio. And tomorrow night at 7 o'clock live right here on Spreaker.com, I will be speaking with Amelia Presley, the third cousin to Elvis Presley, yes, the one and only, and then Miss Jenna Torres from New York City. We hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we'll have a great time on the radio again tomorrow. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us on Facebook at Tim Kelly Productions, and we will like you right back. You guys have a great night, and I will see you on the radio tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. dancing.